Guys, I am back with my final Valentine's project share for 2020. It is a total of 74 cards, made primarily with the Martha Stewart Valentine's items that I had in my stash. So because there's so many cards, I'm going to try to get through this with minimal talking. So I'm starting with the odd size cards. There's only a handful of them. I've got 4 of these little, they're around 2 inches by 4.5 inches. The cards themselves were pre-made. They came in a little pack of, I think, 6. And there was some cards that were pink, and they came with this pink envelope. And there's also a red one that came with a red and white envelope, which you'll see soon. I just used some scraps to embellish 2 of the pink cards and 2 of the red cards. I didn't want to embellish it too much because it's so small and the patterns are so busy. So this one I had a big enough piece to just use one large scrap to embellish it with the same pink sticker on it. This one again was scraps, and that is the last one there. So that was just to use up some smaller items in my stash. Then I have these 2 little, they're around 3 by 3.5 cards that I just made with some scrap cardstock and these 2 scraps from the Martha Stewart pad that I had left over from making those paper bag mini albums. The small pockets, I had used the top part of this typewriter print with the I love you, I love you, I love you on it, and I didn't really want to toss these out, so I thought these little love note stickers went really well with them. You kind of fit the whole thing, so I just made 2 of those. So the remainder of these cards are A2 size. There's 68 in total. I did try to use the January sheetload of cards sketch to make as many as possible. I actually use it as an opportunity to use up some of the Martha Stewart adhesive borders that I have a ton of, because again, I overbought. Instead of stamping out a sentiment, I just used these wooden pieces from Dollarama, and I think they worked out pretty well. And then for some of the cards, the adhesive border had the Happy Valentine's Day sentiment on it. I also had some where the paper was very busy and full of sentiments, so it didn't feel quite right to put a sentiment on some of them. So some of them you'll see a similar design, but instead of having a sentiment over here, it'll just be, decorated with foil hearts or what have you. And then these last few cards were just sort of done in the same spirit as the sketch. So I just kind of followed the same idea of like 2 different pieces of paper with border strips covering the connection between the 2, and then a sentiment. Did that for most of this last handful, and there's a couple that I thought looked better with a slightly different design that'll be right at the end. And that is it for my final Valentine's project share for 2020. I made a whole lot of cards. I'm quite happy to have killed all this Martha Stewart paper, as well as quite a few embellishments from my stash. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Please give it a share. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and click that little bell in the corner to be notified when I next upload a video. And I will see you guys in the next one. Happy Valentine's Day!